Hello everyone, I'm Finn, this is Technocubing, and the sun is out. Okay. I logged onto my computer last week, and I saw this. I decided to free up a little space like any sane person would do. Then I saw the worst part of freeing up space, the files. The files. I can't believe I'm saying this. The file types, they're confusing. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about is what a file actually is. Because, you've got your hard drive, and then you've got files inside the hard drive, and then, yeah. But, think of a hard drive. You got your hard drive as a filing cabinet. It doesn't matter if it's a hard drive, SSD, SD card, whatever it is. I don't really care. But the files inside the hard drive are like the files in the filing cabinet, and you've got little bits of data with the pieces of paper. The pieces of paper represent your Word documents, your Minecraft, your downloaded YouTube video, whatever. Obviously there's cloud storage and stuff, but that just ruins the saying. I don't know. It just ruins the acronym. No. You know what? It doesn't matter. So every single letter takes up, let's say, about 1 byte of data. So you have a 400 word. Let's say you have a 1,000 word essay on door locks. I don't know. You have a 1,000 word essay on door locks, right? That's 1,000 bytes, but not really. So the average length of word is about 4 letters, so that's about 4,000 bytes, which is 4 kilobytes. And on paper, that you could scan that and it would be still 4 kilobytes if you scan that through a printer and then it turned into a Word document. But obviously that. Anyway, we are ready to go with file types and what they are, why they exist, and let's go. So a type of file is, it's what it says on the tin. It's a type of file, but the reason there are different file types is because you didn't just want to have one all-round file type, and because people are confusing, so you've got .zip files first. I'm honestly just I'm winging this, but did you know Office type files are actually .zip files? And so you've got docs, pptx, whatever Excel is. So it's an archived file type, .zip, which makes it like a smaller file. And it uses a compression algorithm called deflate, which stands for something. I don't know what. Well, actually, it probably doesn't stand for something, but we'll just do that. So the first zip zip file was made in 1989 with the file appnote.txt inside. I'm assuming that was the first zip file created with a file inside, not the first zip file. And in April 2010, that ISO IRC organization, whatever it's called, they initiated a ballot to see if .zip should be standardized, and it uses a 32-bit CRC algorithm and has 2 copies of directory to protect against data loss. I don't know what the 32-bit thingy algorithm is, but we're just gonna leave that. Next up, we got image files. So first I'm going to talk about JPEGs, because they're like the main thing, you know. It stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group, and despite its flashy name, it's not that good. It's a lossy file, which means it like gets rid of all the extra data that it doesn't need, which can usually make the file smaller, but also, you know, it's not, it makes it less crisp and nice. The maximum image size is 65,535 by that same number pixels, so, you know, quite a big thing, and it's one of the most common formats of images ever. Cool. And then we've got PNG, which is one of the it's the file type I'd use. So it stands for Portable Network Graphics, and it has palette-based images, 24-bit RGB and 32-bit RGBA. RGB stands for red, green, blue, and RGBA, I'm assuming, stands for red, green, blue, alpha. Doesn't really matter right now, but it was developed as a replacement for GIF, and yes, I pronounce it like that, but just for the people out there who pronounce it like GIF, it's not peanut butter, guys, although it is officially pronounced GIF, but, you know, it's not peanut butter. But GIFs could be animated, so, you know, that perfectly leads us on to GIF, graphics interchange format. It's a bitmap image format. It was developed at CompuServe. It's a company. I think it's out of business now, maybe. It has 8 bits per pixel of, you know, display, I guess. It's got a palette of 256 colours from the 24-bit RGB colour space, and obviously they can be animated, so cool. Then you've got raw files, which are literally raw files. They're unprocessed completely from the image sensor. It's usually what you see when you open the camera app up on your phone or your camera, and like it's what you see when you first load it up before you take an actual picture, because, you know, it doesn't need to do anything with it, so it can just automatically get rid of the file as soon as it isn't needed. Next up, video files. So .mkv was it was Mastroska, a Russian company that made it. It was a project to hold infinite numbers of files and can be used to hold video, photos, audio, and subtitles. It's similar to other video containers, but it's like open source. So the extensions were .mkv for video, .mk3d for stereoscopic video, so 3D, MKA for audio, and MKS for subtitles. Pretty intuitive. And then you got .mp4, which sort of stood for MPEG for part 14. I think that was motion picture something. It's a multimedia container format, so it's got video, audio, and subtitles. It allows streaming over the internet, and it was used to market like portable media players as MP4 players when they were really just MP3 players with like an AVI video extension added on. Then you've got perfect timing .avi audio video interleave. It was proprietary to Windows, but Macs can still open it completely fine. It was released in November 1992, and it was part of the Video for Windows software. It can contain video and audio. Lastly, we've got Flash Video Players .flv for F4V and SWF. Designed for Flash Player, and it was used to stream video on YouTube until it wasn't supported. Next up, I've already said that like twice, but next up we got audio files, and the first one I wanted to talk about is obviously MP3. That is and it stands for MPEG 1/2 because it depends what you're looking at, and it was MPEG 1/2 audio layer 3. That is a mouthful. It was developed by I'm going to put it up there, and then you can I'll put it down here and you can decide how to pronounce it, because I'm not pronouncing that. Society in Germany. It was released in December 1991, and the extension for it was .bit until 1995. Then you've got WAV or WAV files, which stood for waveform audio file format, which doesn't really make sense. 2 F's don't make a V, but you know. It was developed by Microsoft and IBM and released in 1991. Next we got FLAC, which stands for Free Lossless Audio Codec. It quickly became one of the most popular lossless formats available, and it can compress up to 60% without losing quality. Last, we've got Windows Media Audio WMA. It was like worse than FLAC, but it was a lossless audio codec, and it was proprietary for Windows. Last of all, we've got like miscellaneous files. So first up we got PDF, which was one of the most common files you'll ever see. You've got like HTML5 and H something, I don't know, stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Also .pdf stands for Portable Document Format. HTML powers like 99.999% of the internet or something. Next you've got .txt, which was just a plain text file, which is also, so .pdf and .txt and all the Office files were zip files. And then obviously you've got Office files, .docs, .pptx, .xlsx, etc. And yeah, those are all the file types. Well, all of the most common file types. I mean, I should probably, last part of the video, why do we need them? Why? Well, like, we need file types because if we didn't have them, then life would be a lot harder, because like you'd have to tell the difference between a text file and a document file and a PDF file, HTML file, a JPEG file. Like, you wouldn't be able to know what type of file you're clicking on. So it's great to have file types. Obviously, you might not like them, but it makes it better than not having them at all. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try to get back on track next week and post every week. I guess good luck with whatever you're doing. I'm not gonna salute. Bye.